Well, hello, happy 2024. I hope you are as ready as your entire JAFRA office to soar, roar, and have more in 24. Whatever you want to say, we are going to blow 2024 into all of your hopes and dreams. And so we're bringing you, I'm Jackie Geisinger, BDC of the Gen West. You're going to see her pop on camera in just a moment. Jackie Pepe from Gen East for our general market. This is our second Tuesday of every month, regional, national celebration. And we are here to celebrate, to grow, to learn, and network together. So we are bringing you a new format for 2024, and we're super stoked about this one. So we're going to kick it off right into what's new and hot and happening to have more in 24. Oh, let me see, that little mouse wanted to run from me. And I am so excited. This is one of my favorite beautiful pictures of her. You see her on the monthly business meeting. You see her at our events. And we are so excited to introduce you to your very own special guest with our general market. Our beautiful, we have a new name for her. This is our beautiful marketing Mayam. Let's welcome Miss Mayam. Welcome, Mayam.
Hi, everyone. Thank you guys for having me. So excited to be here with you all and see all your beautiful faces. So let's get started. I'm here to kind of just chat with you guys about whatever you guys want to chat about, what the trends are in the market right now, what the trends are in the wintertime, what we foresee in the future, what's happening in the market, what's happening at JAFRA, maybe give you guys a little sneak peeks into some stuff. So the Jackies gave me an excellent kind of queue up for some questions. So I'm going to just start with those, and then let's see if we can get any other questions rolling from there. So question number one, which I love, what are the new product trends you see this winter that we have in our current JAFRA products, and what is ahead? I think this is excellent because I think it's great to focus on the now and the core and the base of what we have to be able to build, and then also think about what's to come. So really, wintertime, we all know it's dry skin season. It's freezing right now in Atlanta. It was raining all day. So my skin's been a little bit dry. That's kind of what's always happening in the wintertime, right? So hydration, moisturization, all of that is really the big trend in the market right now. Not just so much for your face, but also for your body. I touched on this a bit in the leader retreat that we had a couple months ago, but we're seeing what the market is calling skinification, and that is essentially treating every piece of skin on your body the way that you think about skincare on your face, right? So your skin is a living organism. Skin doesn't just end at the bottom of your chin. It extends all the way down to your body. And so now the skinification trend is essentially looking at body care the way that we look at skincare. So you're starting to see more and more active ingredients in body care. You're starting to see a lot of retinol lotions, a lot of AHA in body scrubs, in body lotions, body care. These are all ingredients that we've seen already for years in skincare, right? So we know what hyaluronic acid is. We see it in serums. We have them in our serums. We know what retinol is. We have them in our Gold Dynamics capsules. Vitamin C, vitamin E, those are all things that we're all very aware of. We know what they are, but now what's new is that those are being added to our body care. So taking care of yourself head to toe, hydration, moisturization, keeping all parts of your skin and your body tippity top and glowing, having that, what they call the Hailey Bieber, donut glow trend, all over the place. So that's really the biggest thing that I'm seeing right now in the market for wintertime specifically. Looking ahead for the spring and for the summer, still keeping on to that skinification trend, but really more minimalistic. Not necessarily meaning to pare down your skincare rituals, but to be really, how do I say this? Be very intentional with the products that you're using. You're seeing a lot of 2-in-1 products everywhere. You're seeing a lot of dual this, dual that. That is really a reflection of what's happening in the economy, right? A lot of people are struggling financially. It's not a secret that the country's been trying to fight being out of a recession for the last almost year, and that's continuing on into this year. So people are trying to get the most bang for their buck where they can. So you're seeing a lot of these dual products, 3-for-1s, 2-in-1s, not necessarily in the way that we treat men's products, where men have like 17-in-1s type of thing, where it's like one product to just do everything, but really more things that have maybe 2 active ingredients that target 2 different or 2-3 different things, right? So it's really just being more intentional with the skincare that you're using. So that way, instead of having maybe 3 serums that are $60, you're really able to invest in maybe 1 serum that will do what those 3 serums used to do. And what's to come with that, we have a new skincare line, and I can tell you guys this coming in Q1. So at the end of this month, or at the end of this quarter, we will be rolling out a new skincare line. I'm not going to give away the name of it. It's very cute though. Very excited to roll it out. But at the end of this quarter, JAFRA will be introducing a new like 2.0 of what skincare means today with these types of products in mind, these multi-use, a lot of bang for your buck, really great prices, really pretty attractive packaging, because that's something else we're seeing, like these monochromatic colors, big, bold, like script on things, very Instagrammable, very in your face, very fun to do TikToks and Instagram lives and Facebook lives, because that's what's selling. That's what the kids want. That's what people want. Everyone's constantly, endlessly scrolling on their phones. So you want to make sure that the products that you're selling are attractive. And how do you get people's attraction? With color and with just very loud, in your face packaging. So that's what's to come. So we're definitely keeping on trend there. And then thinking about the clinical ingredients. So that's something else that we're seeing big time. People are more and more getting interested in ingredient stories, being more educated with what is in their skincare. I don't know how many times I'll have people ask me on Instagram, or, friends of mine, that they'll ask about all these crazy ingredients. I'm like, how do you guys know about this? Like back in the day, it was really only people in the industry that knew about certain ingredients, or these really complicated, like long names. And they're like, well, I saw this influencer on Instagram or on TikTok talking about it, or I follow this dermatologist on Instagram, because now that's another huge thing, right? You see all of these doctors and these dermatologists and all of these professionals in the industry that have kind of made themselves like mini celebrities in a sense, and they're making it more chic to be more in the know. So it's ever more important to not only be educated on what we're selling, the key ingredients, what it does, how it does it, how quick, but also to be able to just offer any clients the whole portfolio. Because you can go into a Sephora. I just went into an Ulta, I think a couple weeks ago, right before Christmas, and I was so overwhelmed with how much there is. Like, it is insane. And it ranges from all price points. If you have super cheap things like brands like The Ordinary that look very clinical, they're really great price points. And then you go all the way up to like the La Mers of the world that are, literally $200 for an ounce of eye cream. So there's a lot in the market and there's a lot to choose from. So totally get that, people, clients, maybe even potential new consultants to your line can feel a little bit overwhelmed with selling skincare. But really, it's just about the basics, right? Knowing what it is that it does. What are 1 and 2 ingredients, right? Like the hot tickets, like what's in this and how is it going to help me? So we have another line coming later in the year. I want to say about summertime. That is more of a clinical look at skincare from JAFRA. Both of these new lines are not rituals. So we're kind of stepping out of that, because that's also something we're seeing. Again, people don't have a ton of money to spend on 7 products. They really want 1, 2, 3 max products that are going to give them the benefits of a full ritual. A lot of people also don't have the time to sit and do a full skincare ritual. They just want quick because they're in and out. So these lines are really, think of them as like add-ons to our royal rituals, to treatment products, right? Kind of like what JAFRA Pro used to be for us. I remember when I came on board, that was kind of easing its way out, but those products were really high end. They were incredible. They were treatment products. They were things that obviously weren't rituals, but let's say you had a client that was really interested in I don't know, like let's say a hyaluronic acid or an AHA product or something in that sense, right? We would now have an option for them if they wanted to add on to maybe not necessarily a JAFRA skincare ritual, but to any ritual of theirs that they already have. So I would think of these as like gateway drugs into the JAFRA experience, because once you get them on it, I think they're going to be hooked and they're going to want just more and more. And thankfully, we have so much of a skincare portfolio that we can offer almost anyone anything that they're wanting. And this clinical line is also going to roll into body care. with the idea of, you know, that skinification trend that we're seeing. You want to take care of yourself from head to toe. So definitely staying on track with those things to come. So I'm very excited for that. And then, as you guys already know, Royal Skincare, we've got Defy, we've got Revitalize, Clear Smart. So we do have a bunch of rituals for people that are looking for specific things. Anti-aging, Revitalize is kind of our most build your own type of ritual, because you have the 3 serums that are most customizable. Clear Smart for our acne people. And then, of course, we've got, you know, our Gold Dynamics, our classics, our Royal Jelly Classic, and then Nova Marine now for our vegan consumers and people that are looking for that. And by the way, we are working on a vegan sunscreen. I know everyone's killing me about it. It's in the works, it's in the pipeline, it's coming. It's a lot more complicated than I thought it was going to be to develop a vegan sunscreen. So now I get why people don't have, there's not a ton of them on the market, because they're hard to develop. I didn't realize this. So something I learned this year. So that is my rant on what's to come and what the hot things are. I don't know if there's any questions. Let me see if I can pop in the chat.
I will pull from the chat for you, my
Wonderful.
love.
Wonderful.
So Tucky would like to know, we've heard that there's a lip scrub coming this year. Any ETA on that?
Summertime. I will let you guys know Mexico's going to launch first with that, but we have actually another product that's coming in tandem with the lip scrub, which is why strategy-wise we didn't want to launch it first. So there's a little bit of a story with the lip scrub and this other product that will be a US only product. So I promise you it'll be worth the wait. I think it'll be like a couple months after they launch, but we have a nice little summer story coming with that.
That's amazing. Dia would like to know, men's line, more Novo Marine lavender products?
Okay, men's line, I don't have anything quite in the pipeline that's specifically men. Market trends show that men's lines traditionally and historically fail because men are not buying, right? So I think there's also an opportunity, and this is just like my personal opinion as a marketer and just someone that's passionate about skincare. I think that there is an opportunity, and someone's got to crack the code on how to sell a men's line. I think getting away from those super generic tubes that men use and like the blacks and the grays and the blues, because that's all the color schemes you see, right? Like I feel like it's a little boring. So someone's got to crack the code one day with men. But yeah, most brands historically within a year of launching a men's line discontinue it because it doesn't sell. Because men, again, they don't shop, and most of them are just using their wives' lines, their girlfriends' lines, their sisters, whatever's in the bathroom, that's what they're using. So then at that point, most people are just re-upping on what they were already purchasing, and then the men's lines fall flat. But Nova Marine is definitely for everybody. And men can use Defy and they can use Revitalize. I know the packaging might skew a little bit more feminine, but the products are they're really gender neutral. Like they could use both. I've had some of my guy friends that have come out to visit because again, my products are just sitting on my counter and they're like using my eye cream, and I'm like, what are you doing, buddy? And they're like, this is awesome. Like, what is this? I'm like, it's JAFRA. So yeah, most men are not buying for themselves, which is why we're not going to lean into that. But we do have Nova Marine that if we want to target them, we have that for sure. Yeah. And then there was a second one, Nova Marine.
Lavender. Anything lavender coming?
Probably. Lavender is a super popular scent. So I will confirm, but I don't, off the top of my head, at least within the first quarter, I don't have anything lavender specific, but let me come back and see, because that's always a popular essence and scent to use in things.
Any new color plans? Looking for loose translucent powder and plum tones in blush and lip. Plum
tones, make sure you're checking your February brochure for something fun in a plum color. I'll leave it at that for now. As far as the loose powders, we're working really hard on developing a loose powder that is not going to break the bank because loose powders are very expensive to make without talc. And that's just me being super transparent with you guys. Talc is obviously not great. We've seen a ton of companies be sued over talc. So we don't want to bring that into the line. So we're working really hard with our R&D team to try and get something developed that's, again, not going to be so expensive that it puts us out of the market, but it also has really great quality. So in the pipeline, something to hopefully bring in either Q4 or Q1 2025 but we're working on it.
Could you super briefly give a description of what you mean by donut skin? Because I
Ooh.
know what you mean, but I don't think everyone does.
So literally think of a Krispy Kreme glazed donut, right? Like think of what that looks like. And that is verbatim what people want their skin to look like. They want it to look like glass. So and Google it when you guys have some time. Hailey Bieber glazed donut or glass skin, or just you could put Hailey Bieber donut skin and it'll pop up. And she was able to put some sort of concoctions together, and she's got her skincare line, but with the idea that the skincare products are going to make your skin look like glass. It really is rooted in Korean skincare. That's where this whole idea started from. Korean and Japanese skincare is actually a big baseline for a lot of these products. Like they kind of are trailblazers in the industry. So if you ever want to know what's to come or what's the next big thing, turn into Korean skincare on TikTok or on Instagram, because that's basically where everything starts. Between Korean and Japanese skincare, that's where all the trends come from.
Are we looking at the new products that are coming, that more clinical line? Are they going to have royal jelly in them?
No. So no, they will not, only because, and we go back and forth about this all the time whenever we're thinking about developing new skincare, but we do get a lot of feedback that and this is both from Mexican consultants and American consultants, that they have a lot of people that come to them, especially new people that aren't as aware about royal jelly, asking for things without it. So we wanted to make sure that we had a balance, because up until about a year ago, we didn't have anything that didn't have royal jelly in it. So that really alienated a potential consumer pool for you guys. So we're not abandoning royal, like definitely that's not the case. There are plans to revamp the existing rituals with new products, updated packaging, just making it more fun, bringing in new SKUs. But these lines that are coming will not have royal jelly in them.
Will anything be organic? Is that still a word that's buzzing with folks?
So it's funny. The organic, vegan, clean, these words are super buzzworthy, but they all have different definitions. And like the FDA has one definition for it. And then like every brand, if you go on to like different skincare brands, just look, everyone has their own variation of what clean, vegan, organic means. So we try to stay as vague as possible and not make super crazy claims unless we can 100% substantiate them, because we want to make sure that everybody looks credible and we keep our integrity when we are selling our products to people, especially new clients. You know what I mean? You don't want to have anyone thinking like, oh, this is kind of shady, like this doesn't really mean anything. So things like Nova Marine that have the vegan certified, like that has been tried, true, tested. Like every single ingredient has a backstory that you can make sure that it is that. So we do have things that are to our JAFRA clean standard. Again, that's our own personal standard. So all new products will come to that. But as far as saying like this is certified vegan, it's difficult to make those claims with the government unless it's like farm to table type products.
Heard.
Which also expire very quickly, by the way. So, a little preservative goes a long way sometimes with things.
And to not have to keep your products in the fridge too.
Yes, exactly. Because just like, you wouldn't keep milk outside. Organic milk will go bad on you. So yeah.
The question is, did Mayam mention when the Nova Marine eye treatment will be coming? Mayam did not mention that. I don't know if she is ready to mention that.
I don't know if we have a Nova Marine eye treatment coming. I know that we have some extensions of Nova Marine coming next year. It is not an eye cream. Let me see. I was like, maybe whoever asked that, maybe you're more in the know than I am. So let me know.
Never know.
If you know anything about an eye treatment, let me know. But we do have some new Nova Marine products coming next year for sure. A little bit of like a line extension, but no eye cream in the pipeline yet. But if that's something that you guys want, please let me know, and I can always let the innovation team know that that's something we're interested in.
Bronwyn's throwing a curveball in and suggesting maybe a sunscreen lip balm is coming. You don't have to give anything away.
Maybe.
I
don't know.
She's guessing.
Yeah, it's a great guess.
Oh, folks are asking for the Royal Iris to have a lotion to match.
Yes, we're working on that. We have a new family member coming for Mother's Day. I'll let you guys in on a little secret. I won't tell you what the flavor is or what the scent is, but we do have a family member coming. It won't be an iris, but it'll be a new flavor for Mother's Day. But yes, noted, something that is in the pipeline as well. Working on it.
We're asking for pressed powders for darker skin tones.
Yes, definitely. So part of the research we're doing on powders in general, because again, I didn't realize how expensive making powders were, without to a clean level, again, not having the talc in and not having these like bad ingredients. But my standard when the innovation team is making anything is it has to be inclusive. I need the deeper skin tones. I even need more fairer skin tones, and we want to make sure that we're as inclusive as possible. Fun industry fact for you guys. The average shade range in the United States is 20 for most foundations. That's the average. You have brands that'll go all the way up to like a Fenty that has, I think at one point she had like 80 shades, if I'm not mistaken. And then there are more smaller niche brands that will have as small as like 10. We obviously fall kind of like in between there, more on the lesser side. But my challenge to the innovation team is to always bring me a fully inclusive line. So definitely working on that to make sure everyone's included for all times. Yes.
For all times forever.
All times, yes.
Let me stick with that line for a second. Why is it so difficult to get color right? Like, is there something about it? Like, what is that?
So it depends on what makeup item we're talking about. Foundations, for example, and this is something you guys can look at as well. Any foundation that has SPF in it is super difficult to get deeper skin tones right because of that ingredient, the zinc, whatever that's in it. So it gives you that gray cast. So if you notice, I want to say all foundations that have crazy big shade ranges that go, from like the lightest of lightest to the deepest of deepest are not foundations with SPF, because I don't think anyone's actually been able to crack the code yet on a foundation that doesn't have that. So there's things, so like foundations, that's a big factor, ingredients, right? And then also just people's undertones are really, because everyone is so individual and everyone's so unique, and people's skin changes through the seasons, right? Like I'm one shade right now, but like, 6 months from now, I'll be a completely different shade of things, because it's just, the sun is the sun. And so, I mean, people's skin change. So it's really hard sometimes to get like what can look good on me, doesn't necessarily look good on the next person. Skin texture has a lot to do with products as well, particularly in the eye section. Like if you have, like some people have heavier eyelids, so like powder won't really sit well. Like I don't like powder on my face personally. I feel like it really like sits into my lines, like any sort of lines that I have on my face. So I stray away from powder, but some people only wear powder. So it's really because of how unique individuals are and because makeup is such a unique and personalized product, it's hard to get it right every single time.
I have a couple more for you, and then we'll turn you loose.
Yes,
The
yes.
Nube Tender Moments seems to have a higher quality to it. Can we have the other Tender Moments pediatrician tested as well?
Working on it. I knew that was going to come up when Nube launched. So the idea behind Nube was to give a more elevated look at baby care. And to be fully transparent, we were horrified and like petrified to touch the original formulas because they're so classic and we just did not want to get it wrong. But more and more, I mean, as the ingredients and as the formulas get older, it's harder to maintain to the standards of the FDA, of our clean standards, because as you guys know, these are really classic formulas. I'm not going to call them old, I'm going to call them classic. So there are ingredients that are being outlawed left and right just because of, the environment, and not necessarily more about health, but really more about the environment and what it does to the environment. So the Tender Moments lines are being looked at actively about how we can elevate them. And then when they're being reformulated, taking that opportunity to get them tested and getting any like certifications and seals on them.
Cool. We have an official petition for the ginger seaweed lotion and shower gel to be back for the summer. Let it be written.
Let it be known. We're working on it. I don't know if I can get it for the summer. but the formulations may not be able to come back. The scents are something that we can reincorporate into maybe like new formats of things, new and improved. I know that is a cult classic amongst my general market ladies. So I have it noted. Trust me. I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Any bath, soak, bubble bath kind of feel products coming for those spa creatures who like a soak?
Myself included. I love a good soak. So I'm working on the royal jelly milk bath to come back for the holidays. That is also another formula that is having to be redone to work. So I'm working on it. I'm hoping to be able to launch that for holiday this year. I will keep you guys posted on that. Nothing new though in the pipeline for bath stuff. So, but if that's something again that you guys think would be successful, if you guys want it, let me know. But yeah, the royal jelly milk bath, I'm working on that one.
Awesome. And I am just checking to make sure I've gotten pretty much everything. Yeah, everybody's like royal jelly milk bath.
I'm
Please
seeing
and
it.
thank you. Give it to us.
Sylvan Moss, Cashmere Beige, all the
Yep.
oldies, but classics, I guess I'll say. But we love that you listen. So do know, everyone, when we do something with marketing, we do go to Mayam. She's getting our chats all the time. And we do want you to know she works on what she can innovatively bring us, as well as what's in the future. So I don't know about y'all, but fantastic. So we say thank you so very much. We just really appreciate you, Mayam. And we're just going to end this segment and come back and give you an applause before you say farewell. So thank you so much from our beautiful marketing Mayam. And Jack, don't we love her Krispy Kreme look?
I mean,
Her
she's a
skin is
donut.
glowing.
I love her.
The donut glow works for you. So thank you for being so beautiful inside and out for us.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Last thing before I go, delivery bags are available. They're on the site. Let's go get them. We got them up just a couple hours ago. So that's going to be my like mic drop. Delivery bags are available. Let's go.